bam, bam! What a cool intro, or at least I think so. Welcome back to the Bupson YouTube channel, where we're constantly experimenting and trying new things. And today, I'm trying a new thing. The premise is simple. I chose 3 nifty little mechanisms on Maker World. They'll all be credited in the description down below. And I'm just going to be ranking them, pretty much. I'm going to be ranking them on 3 scales. Worthiness, if it's worth the time and filament. Easiness, how easy it was to print and put together. And funness. I know funness isn't a real word, shut up. And then at the end, we'll average all the scores and see which mechanism is truly the best. At least out of the 3 that I picked. And who knows, maybe sometime down the line, I can do an ultimate mechanism mayhem with like 10, 20, 50 different mechanisms, I don't know, and rank them all, put them all head to head, see which one comes out on top. That would be fun. But just like my channel, we're starting humble, and then we're gonna get extremely exorbitant as we go. So yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Yep. It's definitely a toothpick gun. Its name pretty much says it all, and as you can see, I kind of broke the trigger a little bit here when I was using it, but it's okay. Probably the radioactive green PLA's fault. In terms of easiness, I mean, all you have to do is just print it. It's ready to go right off the build plate. But I did have one print failure where it just kind of warped a little bit. That could have been my fault because I have not washed my build plate in like forever. So I'm going to chalk that one up to user error. And then I'm blaming the broken trigger on also me because I kind of pushed it a little too far. So easiness gets a 5. It's pretty much as easy as it gets. Now in terms of worthiness, we're going to determine that in the test. So let's put a toothpick in there. We'll pick the mechanism. It worked pretty well. Now, only one thing left to do. Is this what it's like to play Call of Duty? I don't know, I barely play it. All right, let's test in 3, 2, 1. I mean, yeah, I'm not getting that toothpick back. So that definitely worked. The broken trigger is giving me some trouble, but considering that this wasn't very much filament, and it also didn't take very much time to print and no time to assemble at all, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 for worthiness. It loses a point just kind of because it's a little weak, and that's in 2 ways. 1, the trigger broke pretty easily, and 2, the power is not very much. It could definitely be better. And funness, I mean, it's really only like a one-time little party gimmick where you like show your friends and you're like, oh, look how cool I am. I use my fancy robot hot glue gun to make this thing that shoots wooden toothpicks. Please tell me that I'm cool. I need validation. And even as like a little trinket to display or something to keep around, something that's worth keeping around, not really. But while I was using it, I certainly had a little bit of fun. So I'm giving it 3 on the funness scale. Just kind of gets boring after like 2 uses. But the next 2 mechanisms are going to be anything but boring. So let's get into those right now. After this quick message from me. As it turns out, a lot of you aren't subscribed to my channel, which is like not very cool because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That's not going to happen if the grand majority of my viewers aren't even subscribed. So you should go down and change that. It's free and it'll make you very cool. Alright, for our second mechanism, I'm going to be doing an iris mechanism. So let's see how the building process went. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. This one loses. Oh. Well, it's okay. 3rd time's the charm. Yeah. So as it turns out, just because something looks cool doesn't mean that it's worth building. You know, like people who are constantly telling everybody to just buy an Ender 3 and mod the ever-loving crap out of it. Just because you can build it and just because it would be cool does not mean you should. So instead, let's do 2 more mechanisms that are completely print in place, maybe require a little of assembly, and are not only super fun, but also super easy. And our next doohickey is another projectile launcher. This part isn't 3D printed, but this one is. And it's a little Nerf blaster. Completely print in place, no support, no assembly, no nothing. Now again, I don't know if it's my P1S or if it's the design, but this part right here warped a little bit. It did finish the print just fine, but just something to note. And how it works is you just pull this thing back here, it locks into this lever, and then to release it, you just press that and it launches. Not really much else to it. Let's go test it. All right, first off, we'll get a benchmark shot going. And as expected, it hit the door no problem. And now with our little mechanism, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Hey, technically it did go farther. Okay, so power and accuracy it does lack, but for a little 3D printed doodad, I couldn't ask for anything more. Easiness gets a 5, again, because it just printed. And worthiness, I'm giving this a 5 as well. I mean, it didn't cost very much filament, and to just have a little Nerf thing that you can use around, especially if you don't already have like a little Nerf pistol, this thing could come in handy in Nerf wars or Nerf battles or whatever else people do with Nerf guns. And then as for fun, I'm inclined to give it a 5 out of 5 again. This is something that I could actually see myself repeatedly using and in turn having fun with. Just to have it in your pocket to surprise people at birthday parties. If you do that, you might not get invited to those birthday parties again. Yeah, why not? Our third and final mechanism of the day is a true display of just how amazing 3D printing technology is. So you already saw the title card, I already showed it. It's a scissor lift, but it's not just any scissor lift, no. It's a completely print-in-place scissor lift that required 0 supports. Yep, the 3D printer, the A1 Mini if you're curious, made this in one complete solid object. No assembly, no supports, no nothing. I was able to rip it right off the build plate, fiddle around with it a little bit, and just give it a second. It takes some time. So how's your guys' day going? Good? You know, mine's going pretty good too. Lovely weather we're having. But yeah, it's a fully functioning scissor lift. And now what you would use this for, I don't know. But you can make it. It took a little bit more filament. I think this one was like between the 30 and 50 range. I can't remember. Editor Bubs in here. He's wrong and he's stupid. It was actually 88 grams of filament, not between the 30 and 50 range. It took like 4 hours to print as well, so definitely a little bit of a time investment. But for something that you can just hit print and just get with absolutely no effort required other than just checking on the print every 30 minutes or so, yeah, why not? So easiness, yet again, gets a 5 because it's just completely print in place. Worthiness, now it is a pretty big print with a pretty tiny use case. So I'm gonna give worthiness a 4 out of 5. Not because it's not worth giving it a try, obviously, but just because it is a lot of plastic, especially if you don't have over 20 spools of filament like I do. You might hesitate a little bit, but honestly, it's a lot of fun. I know exactly what I'm gonna use it for after this video. So yeah, 4 out of 5. And then for funness, I'm not gonna go out of my way and say that this is a particularly fun object. I mean, it's more of a nifty decor party trick object. More so than the toothpick gun, but definitely not a fun toy that I'd want to be using for hours and hours on end, even though I've been silently fidgeting with it in the background this entire time. So funness is also getting a 4 out of 5. And with that, Mechanism Mayhem Episode 1 has concluded. And now it's time to tally up the final scores. So all of them received 5 out of 5s for easiness, because they are all print in place, so yeah. But worthiness is a different story. This one received a 4 out of 5, this one a 5 out of 5, and this one also a 4 out of 5. So that would place this one at the top, and these two next to each other in last. And then funness, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. And this is it. This is the final order. It looks like the Mechanism champion of today is the print-in-place mini Nerf blaster. So, you made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you should leave a like. You should also subscribe to my channel. As I said, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and that's not going to happen if you don't subscribe. Yes, you watching the video right now. So you should go subscribe because it's a lot of fun here. Things like this are going to happen pretty much all the time. I upload videos every Friday, and usually Mondays, sometimes not. I do shorts whenever I feel like it. And I have big plans for this channel coming up soon. So subscribe, stay tuned, and yeah.